Let me move on because we've got a lot to cover, and I do want to get your take. You just talked about the possibility of using banking against Russia. I want to get your take on what you're willing to do regarding China. The United States obviously has taken a tough stance against communist China, and the latest provocation is China has seized the disputed reef in the South China Sea. That's on top of the propaganda, on top of the surveillance, on top of the undermining from communist China. Will you pull any financial or economic levers, including yanking stocks from U.S. exchanges that are Chinese companies that are tied to the Chinese military?
Well, Maria, I'm not going to get ahead of our amazing economic team led by Secretary Bessent, Ambassador Greer, Lutnick, and others. But look, here's what the president's determined to do, and I'm looking at this from a national security standpoint. We have to bring our supply chains home. We saw even cheap items like masks, gowns, and gloves, if they're made abroad and not made here, become a national security issue. We have to have clean supply chains for our military equipment. Everything from manufacturing to shipbuilding, which he just had a fantastic executive order on, to critical minerals, as you mentioned, to chips, AI, quantum. If we can't have them here in the United States, which is absolutely the preference, we have to have access through our allies or even right here in our Western Hemisphere. That is a key element. Rebuilding our military under Pete Hegseth, Secretary Hegseth, focused on meritocracy and lethality, is a key element. And then, of course, working with our allies, and it's no accident that President Trump had Prime Minister Modi of India, had Prime Minister Ishiba of Japan, made calls to the Prime Minister of Australia and South Korea. Yeah. All of those pieces are key elements of our competition with China that President Trump knows. We have to win through our markets, and we have to win through our strong economy.
Is the Ukraine
and that's how you avoid any conflict.